Hello, I'm Angus Bentham. Members of our cast included Jessica Lyon, who's an actress, Andrew McFadden, who's an actor, and Lauren Simpkin, who helped film it. We all played a big part in the directing and producing of it, as well as developing the screenplay, writing the storyboards down, and planning out the whole thing all together, really. So to begin with, we had to design some logos to make this video seem more authentic, because every film opens with a major film company, like Warner Brothers or something like that. So we designed a fictional one called Midnight Pictures. This logo was really just developed out of symbols which we thought looked interesting. So as you can see, it's the club, and within it is an ace. The next logo we designed was Fallout Films. This is partly inspired by the logo for Film 4. So we had to change it a little bit, make it look a little bit more original. So we had a diffuse glow effect, which was edited on a program which I have called Photo Plus. So there's the next logo, Nexus. This was originally going to be called Red X Scar, but we changed it because that seemed a bit strange to say. So it fades out to white, which was done on Adobe Premiere with a dip to white, and then we have this first shot which is just panning left across the sky with all the clouds and the sun. Midnight Pictures presents. We fade into another cloud shot in association with Fallout Films, and here's the first establishing shot of the film. We move on to the next shot. We were messing around with something called foreshortening, which is where you zoom in to get this effect of bringing the foreground, middle ground and background together. Here's the next shot, low angle of the radio mast. That way it's dominating the whole landscape. Dark shadows on the radio masts, that's what we wanted to capture. Next shot, manual focus pull. This was good effect to get. We had a little bit of slow motion on it. And then we fade onto this new shot, the evacuation side, which is to kind of suggest some kind of backstory in the world. Something might have happened a long time ago, because it's all shredded and ripped apart. It was actually made out of old Asda bags, which were sellotaped together, ripped up and then painted yellow with acrylic paints. We pan across this fence, get an interesting effect with the lighting. We have intense shadows around the gate, and this padlock has the sun within it to sort of symbolise an entrapment of light, like there's no hope left in the world. We fade into the next scene. Here's the interrogation light. It's actually a stage light, because we didn't have a proper good lamp. There's Jessica standing in front of it. She's at a lower position to it in terms of spatial composition, really. She's just being captured by this authority, this cruel authority. She knows what's coming now. They walk into the darkness. You can just sort of see them slightly. This security camera shot was made on Adobe After Effects. We had like a logo, bits of frame designed around it, and then here we established the interrogation. This was an interesting shot. It creates quite an enigmatic atmosphere, so we wanted to kind of copy that here, with the light in the background as well.
How were the fireworks from where you were?
This shot was filmed at the same place as the radio masts. But then, here's where the twist in the plot comes. Andrew decides to betray the other interrogator, who was shot as I fall into the darkness. Running through these fire doors, with quite a dramatic escape here. We wanted him with his gun, holding our hand, leading the way as the hero. The Redfield Protocol. We wanted to get a sort of cryptic title, something which sounded quite interesting, not just something boring, but originally we were going to call it something like The Agent of Chaos, but we thought that was too simple and too straightforward. That's the end of the commentary.